The Democrats want to have people who are here illegally vote for them. That's the God's honest truth. There couldn't be more of a common sense proposal than saying you have to provide voter ID to vote, just like when you check into a hotel or you buy an airline ticket, just to prove who you are. But I think it's really interesting and telling that two issues are converging at the same time. This issue of illegal immigration and this issue of voter ID. The Democrats aren't really quiet about it anymore. They're sort of saying the quiet part out loud, which is they want to bring in 15 to 20 million people in here illegally, and they want them to vote for them because they know their ideas are terrible and they can't win elections otherwise.
In Wyoming, as in the rest of the country, it is easy for all eligible U.S. citizens to obtain acceptable identification proving their citizenship. The radical left's claims to the contrary are simply untrue and defy reality.
Large majorities support voter ID and uniform election deadlines. They support proof of citizenship requirements and clean registration lists. Yet despite this consensus, many states have moved to undermine election integrity.
We can think about the DNC convention in 2024. You had to show an ID. Democrats don't have a problem with photo ID writ large. They just have a problem with photo ID in the instance of voting.
Okay, that was first Senator Eric Schmitt. Then you heard from House witnesses and House Administration Chair Brian Stile on voter ID for U.S. elections. That bill now moving to a vote in the House possibly this week. A growing chorus say that the only reason Democrats do not want voter ID is so they can cheat. Fox News' Laura Ingraham tweeted, "Imagine being in a political movement that feels it cannot win if voter ID is required." Look who's here with us now from House Oversight, Congressman Brandon Gill. Congressman, it's great to see you. Is the House going to get voter ID passed pretty soon and send it over to the Senate? I mean, 7 out of 10 nations have voter ID. The U.S. is an outlier here.
That's right. We're going to get it passed. We're going to get it passed this week. And the goal in the Senate is to make sure that this bill actually gets to the president's desk so that it can be signed into law. You know, this is something the American people are focused on. The vast majority of Americans want the Save America Act passed. They want voter ID because they want to ensure that only American citizens, only people who swear allegiance to our country, to its institutions, and to our governing framework are influencing our political system. That's a core part of national sovereignty. You know, you can't have a country if you allow foreigners to cross our borders illegally and vote in our elections, and that's something that the American people are very, very well aware of, so we're going to get it done.
So you're optimistic about it. You know, the original SAVE Act passed last April on a bipartisan basis. We know only 4 Democrats voted for it. 4 Democrats, though. You're right, the majority of voters are minorities want and demand voter ID. I mean, when you see the polls, that could sway more moderate Democrats on this issue, no?
You know, I think that a lot of moderate Democrats agree with us that voter ID is a common sense solution. But remember, we're in this position in particular because of 4 years of open borders under the Biden administration. Whenever you let in 15 to 20 million illegal aliens, and then you don't have a secure election system that ensures that those illegal aliens are not voting in our elections, that's a big problem. And I think the Democrats created this problem intentionally. I think Senator Schmitt nailed it perfectly. They wanted to import people so that they could vote in our election system, and the Democrats are making the bet that illegal aliens are going to vote for Democrats. That's what we're up against right now. That's why the Democrats are so adamantly opposed to it, because they see this as an existential political issue.
Okay, you know, let's listen to witnesses on mail-in voting and how mail-in voting causes cheating. Watch this.
One of the most troubling shifts has been the expansion of universal mail voting, which sends unsolicited ballots automatically to all voters regardless of eligibility. No mature democracy would adopt such an insecure voting system. Among other ills, it weakens chain of custody protections, it increases the risk of coercion, and brings that risk of coercion to people's houses, a real risk for vulnerable voters.
Talk to us about this. I mean, Democrats like Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden pushed mail-in voting during the COVID pandemic.
Of course they pushed mail-in voting because it's incredibly insecure. You don't know if the person who voted in that mail-in ballot is the person who actually should be voting on that ballot. You don't know who's harvesting the ballots. There are a lot of open questions. And that's what we're trying to do, is reduce the amount of uncertainty in our election system. Again, to make sure that we know that only people who are supposed to be voting are voting, so that whenever we get the results, we can all be confident that the election was secure and that that it was done with integrity. That's something, again, the American people agree with. I think mail-in voting has been a big problem in this country, and that's something that we're trying to fix.
All right, Congressman Gill from House Oversight, thank you so much for being with us tonight. It's great to see you as always.